Dr. J said, "Nothing, you idiots. Dr. J's locked in my basement." He's dead and locked in my basement, right?
Guys, hell yeah.
4G Audio Podcast. Let me get a gang. What's going on, everybody? I'm Styles the Prophet.
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy, and we're off to a great start.
Friggin' A, together with the Basement Weirdos. This is the 4G Audio Podcast, and I can see myself on the TV. Episode 190, by the way. We're 10 away from episode 200,
Big 200.
Yes,
which is
sir.
crazy. I do know I had an announcement, but I cannot remember what it was. I would like to say rest in peace to a man named Mike.
Just Mike.
I bought my Subaru off him, and
yeah?
I found out that he passed away.
No way. Well,
Yeah.
rest in peace, Mike.
And
That's sad.
I mean, he was more than just the guy who sold me the Subaru, but just as a point of reference. But anyways,
yeah.
that was one of the things I wanted to say, I guess. But I found out he passed away, but I also found like he passed away like a little bit ago,
Okay.
I guess. And like I just found out. But
Yeah, right,
so
right.
there's that. And happy birthday to anybody who has birthdays right now.
None on my head right
I'm
now.
sorry. I
don't know.
will say one more thing before we get on with the show is that I have forgot for the last few weeks, and including the week of, but July 22nd was a Friday, and we had an episode that day, and it was
Right.
my brother's 40th birthday.
Shit, yeah.
Big 4-0.
So I want to say
My
happy
sister just turned 40.
birthday and big 4-0, yeah.
Yeah, happy
It's
birthday.
also 82 or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy. And then we're both the same.
Same, yeah, 86.
That's but any motherfucking way,
Wait.
on with the show. Special guest. Actually, you know what? I'm pretty excited for this one,
Yeah, man.
and you should be too. But tonight we got Kalix Breezy in the house.
Yeah.
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. What about y'all?
Pretty good, man.
Good.
I'm gonna get my sound effects working.
Yeah, I was like, shit, man. You should just record you doing that. Make that a button. But something that I actually passed over, but my brother was like, "Yo, what the fuck? Like, ask him about his name." And I was like, "Yeah, true. Like, yes." But either way, where's the name come from?
Yeah, so Kalix. That's pretty funny. Okay, FIFA.
Okay.
FIFA.
I was playing FIFA on my PS2. That was the first game console that I had in my whole life. Listen, shout out to moms. Okay. Yeah. So she gifted me the PS. I was super happy. And my last name, right, is K.A.
Okay.
Anybody that I'm out there, my last is K.A. Now, like, I just, money in my country is called Kalix,
Okay.
right? So I found it nice to just, add the licks to the K.A. I was like, Kalix. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
And I'm a big fan of Chris Brown.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I got my 3 music influences, which is Michael Jackson, Tupac, and Chris Brown.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
And
Heavy hitters.
yeah. So, and because I wanted to find a way to kind of pay tribute to Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that even later on in my career, let's say if I become that big, you know what I mean, so that he can really understand how much of an impact he was in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I went ahead and I added the Breezy
Yeah.
after the Kalix. So that's where the name came from.
That's sick, man. And the thing is the Breezy thing became really obvious to me because I was like, yeah, like maybe it's like Chris Breezy, like whatever. But then I was like, man, like when I see you perform, I'm like, oh, for sure. You're like dancing and shit, and like you got the dancers with you and shit, and even
Yeah.
like the like the style of music as well. But the reason why my brother brought it up is because every time I would say the name, he's like, yo, man, he's like, you gotta ask him because Kalix is like a part of a bud. Like, like this like little piece, like where it would be. Sorry, wait, that was a bad example. Like, basically like whenever you get CD weed,
Yeah.
like there's a Kalix. So whenever you get seedy weed, like there
Wow.
would be a seed inside of that, right?
Yeah.
But because it's not seedy, it's just like a nug, like part of the nug, right?
Yeah.
But so they call that a calyx, but it's like Calyx.
Okay.
But he brought that up. He's, man, you gotta ask him about that because like calyx, like what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Hey, I learned something today. I learned something
Yeah.
today.
Shit, but yeah, no, like I said too with the Breezy thing, I was like, yo, I'm like fucking. You can tell because like
For
you
sure.
got the dancers and shit and whatever.
Yeah.
And you really like you put on a fucking show, man. And I really like that. But like, what was the thought behind that? You know what I mean? Like, what made you go out that far? Like, because even too, you're saying you got to pay the dancers and all this shit too, right? So
Yeah.
it's not just a one man show.
Yeah.
There's a whole big thing, right? So in my mind, it seems like there's a lot more to it than just showing up yourself, you know? So what made you like want to go that route with all this big thing?
So like I said earlier, I got 3, influences within the music, right? So I got Michael Jackson, which is, Michael is a big performer.
Yeah, true.
And he's never alone. He had his whole team. He had always people around him, good people around him that was helping him go through, all the different types of situations. And that's something that I valued a lot, coming up into the music, because I knew how important it was to have a team,
Yeah.
to have people that rock with you. And that's part of it. Also, there's Tupac, right? So, if you know Tupac, he was never alone.
Yeah.
Always with Suge, Snoop, everybody, So he was a team player. So I'm a team player too, So that's where I got it from also. And if you look at Chris Brown, he's always rolling with the same people, the same dancers, same choreographers.
Yeah.
His creative staff is always the same people. You know what I mean? So it really just rubbed off of me. You see
Yeah.
what I mean? And I felt that, like I said, I can't do this alone.
Yeah.
And because I'm someone that loves to give out like all the opportunities that I have to people around me, what I mean is like, if I'm going somewhere and I know that I can benefit you, you know what I mean, by you coming with me, you can benefit off of that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do anything to get you to come with me.
Yeah.
So I'm that type of guy. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I told you see Nathan, shout out to Nathan. My dancer, he started rolling with me. It was not on some money. It was not on none of that. It's just a vision because he wanted to become a professional choreographer.
Okay.
He wants to become a professional choreographer. He wants to have his own dance class, his own dance stuff going on. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a dancer too. So I definitely relate and I understand that. But also, I'm an artist. And because I'm an artist and because I can connect with other artists that probably need that service that he can provide, you know what I mean? I was able to offer him something, beyond the money.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that develops a certain type of like commodity, like a team. Like we started building up our own, a relationship, a real relationship. You know?
It's more
So-
more about like a long-term vision than a
Yeah.
fucking
Small
instant
exactly.
gratification or something. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I like that. And then, like I said too, like you put on crazy shows, and I think I saw you at the Mr. Jones thing.
Yes,
I
sir.
think that's where we met.
Yeah.
But I remember like you went on and I was like, yo, what the fuck, man? And even just like a little show like that, a little venue, still coming out with the dancers and shit and fucking going hard, But I see that you've been performing a lot, and you were mentioning earlier too. But you've had a lot of shows over the summer.
Enough.
No, you
Enough,
were saying
enough.
you headlined a thing too.
Yeah. So I had my actual first headline this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was at an award show, like it was an African award show thing that was going on. It's more so people that are from like Congo. Like I said, it's more like a community thing that was going on, but they have their own like stuff where you got people that are important in the community that were getting like some prizes.
Yeah.
Other people like photographers and models and stuff like that did something for the community. They were basically awarded and stuff like that. And at first I got invited to be part of it. And then it went from the invitation to me having a good conversation with the person that was in charge to him wanting like me to headline it, you know? And then from there I was like, yeah, let's go. Like I'm definitely down for that, you know? So yeah.
I wanted to say this, okay?
Funny story.
Okay, so we didn't have the show that night or something like that, right? We did it on a different night or something. So we were free on a Friday, and we're like, what are we gonna do? We're looking up shit to do, and fucking, I saw that you posted a thing you were performing or whatever, right? And I was like, oh yeah. So I hit him up. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, where's the thing? We'll pull up. So he's like, yeah, come to the thing. And what you just said now, you didn't tell us then. It's an all African thing.
Yeah. We showed up.
And I don't know if you can tell or not, but
Yeah.
I'm not African. But no, and it's not even that. It's just like we showed up and we're like, oh cool, yeah, we're going to this show, like whatever. Yeah, we get there and I'm like, oh wait a sec, man. I look around, I'm like, oh, and then I see like awards on the table and shit too, and I was like, oh man, like
Just
I don't know if we're
like a
supposed to
thing,
like
yeah.
be here, you know? Like I was like, oh shit. And not only that, everyone's like dressed up really nice. We're just
Yeah,
like,
it's like a whole
shorts and t-shirts, and then like there was no seats for us, so we just like stood in the back of the room just like this, like, and like I was just like, oh man. And I was like, as if, man. People came and talked to us and shit and whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, we met the guys tomorrow, actually, real quick, August 13th, Saturday. There's a basketball tournament on One Donald's
that's right.
Drive.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a bunch of barbers and vendors and all kinds of shit there. So go check it out. It's 11 to 9 p.m. I think there's some people performing later on at night. But we met the guys who were putting that on and stuff. So like, but it was just funny because I was like, wait a second, man. I'm like,
Sounds
I don't know if we're supposed to be here.
You just had to say you were with Kalix,
Well,
man.
and that's why I said, I'm like, oh yeah, Kalix told us to come, because even too, I was like, I should really like stress this point. So I was like, yeah, like Kalix told us to come, like yeah, whatever, check them out. And I feel like the only reason they like did let us stay is because like, okay, we'll let you check your friend, because like as soon as you were done, the guy came over, was like, so yeah, we're pretty much just chilling for the rest of the night. I'm like, cool. And I was like, you know, you don't have to run it by me, like that's fine. Yeah, like I was like, cool, yeah, all right, sweet. And then he's like, yeah, like it's pretty much over. And I was like, oh, he's not running it by me, he's telling me to go. I was like, oh
damn,
shit.
I didn't know about that though.
So then we left. Oh, and I'm not like offended or whatever, but it was just funny because like, oh yeah, pull up to this thing, and then like inadvertently, right, like it's whatever, but then we pull up and we're like, oh shit, like, but we're just thinking like, man, like, because also too, it was like a black-owned small business
Yes. Yes.
recognition thing, right?
Yes.
So I mean, and I found that out later, but so then I'm thinking, I'm like, oh man, I bet you all these people are like, what are these guys doing here? And like, not in a hateful way, but just like, you know. And the first people who approach us were like, hey, so do you guys have a small business around here or something like that? And I was like, no, I don't. But then later when I found that out, I took hint to what he was saying, was like, oh, this is like a small business thing or whatever, right?
He's like, it's like a passive thing. Like, do you have a business around here?
Yeah. I forget their names, but it was like Dev Legs, something on Instagram.
Them,
And
can't remember it.
I forget the other guy. It's Moses 305 or something. Or
No.
it's never gonna come to me. But
It's all good. But shout out to Vibes. Shout out to Vibes.
but yeah, no, and it was a good show though too, because there was even a couple other people performed and shit too.
Yeah.
And there was
performances were
those
good.
guys. There was like the whole group of them or whatever.
Yes.
They were pretty good too. We ended up getting in touch with some people too there. But no, it's just funny because whenever you brought it up, I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Like,
This was the show.
Yeah, well, look, I'm gonna be really honest. You know, I actually didn't see you guys.
we were right in
We were
the
at
back.
the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
were
I
all-
did like
Yeah.
because before I hopped on stage, me and Nathan, we went in the back. We started rehearsing. We started getting our stuff together. You know, and then you know we like the whole night we were not really inside the crowd. You see what I mean? Like we were really in the back, and then after we came out, we did our thing. You know, once you're performing, you know, especially in my type of performance, like you don't really concentrate on who's in the crowd.
Yeah,
or
for
like,
sure.
Unless if you were like in the front. If you were in the
Yeah, of
front,
course.
I knew who you were.
Yeah,
You know, because
yeah.
I was in your face. I was. Yeah.
Also too, there's like lights and shit and like
Yeah.
whatever, right? Like
Yeah, and like, but hey, man, Thank you for coming.
No, yeah, man. No, and it was a good show. Like, yeah, it was good. And I feel like also too, like, I feel like we pulled up right at the good time because like by the way it looked like there was maybe like a dinner and like speeches and like
There was.
awards and shit. So like when we showed up, it was like one dude performed, or no, I think it was two dudes. But either way, someone performed, and then I think right after that was you.
Yeah.
But then there was like some other that group. I think it was like a bunch of dudes. Like
Yeah, because the group is in-house.
Yeah.
Like it's their, you see the organizer?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the organizer has his own like little group
Okay.
thing
Okay.
that
Yeah.
they're doing. And by the way, if there is the Afro Fest that's coming up, they're gonna be performing. Y'all better go check them out. But what I'm saying is like they're like and type of extra, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's their own thing that they're doing. But they had other artists coming from like Toronto, all
Yeah.
that came and performed before me, like basically opening up. And then I came and I did my thing.
Yeah.
And then once I was done, you know, they came through and then yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it was like because even too, we're like over late and shit and whatever. So it was like we showed up just for the music basically. So it was like, okay,
yeah,
cool,
it
because it
was.
probably would have been more awkward standing there for the awards.
Yeah.
I guess it would have been. We wouldn't have really realized till later. But no, I just thought that was funny. I was like, yeah, because we were like, oh, we should bring that up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then you did, so I was like, yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Worked out
Shit,
well.
that's awesome.
We are connected.
Yeah.
Man. We are connected.
I saw you were performing in Montreal too.
Yeah.
Did you do 2 in Montreal?
I did 3 in Montreal.
Oh shit, I can't.
Yeah. So I did I think the one that you saw was the one either after the Vibe show.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah.
Yeah, I think that
That
was
was shortly after the one I saw. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I did have a performance in Montreal at La Belmont.
Yep.
And then right after I was opening up for Pangs in 3M French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was
yeah.
actually debating to go to that show, and then I can't remember, but there was something I couldn't go. What do you think of that La Belmont, though?
Listen, hey, that's where I opened up for Dex.
Oh, no way.
Yes, sir.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I actually that was 2019 or 2020. I think 2020.
Yeah.
I went to the Belmont. I was opening up for Dax, and also like out of all the artists that were there, I was the only one that was granted to go backstage with him, sit down with the team,
Oh.
and then actually speak. And that's where I noticed I got scammed for something. Cause okay, so let me.
Yeah,
Story time,
let's
story
get
time.
it, man. Yeah.
Story time. All right, so this is what it is, right? Show ends. I'm backstage with Dax. We're speaking, we're exchanging, we're having a lot of fun, and then I'm speaking to his manager, right? Manager, she's a lady, great lady. You know, I'm speaking to her. Next thing you know, I'm like, hey man, we supposed to go open for the baby. You know? Because the baby had a tour around that time. Like, that was
Yeah.
when he was bubbling up, going crazy, woo, woo, woo. And then there was a show in L.A. that we were supposed to go open up. And there was somebody that had hit us up. And, you know, we made the payments, all that. We were supposed to get flown out, hotel taken care of, everything.
Oh, shit.
So we didn't announce it because we were waiting for the tickets and all that to, you know, so that we can announce it when we have everything in hand,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'm speaking to this lady, and I think the guy's name that I was speaking to, his name was like Robin or something like that, you know, or something like that. So I'm like, hey man, do you know Robin? She looked at me like, huh? Who? I'm like, the baby's manager. She's like, nah, that's not the baby's manager. I'm like,
Yeah.
what you mean? She's like, yeah, no, that's not the baby's manager. His name is like Joseph, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, that's when everything clicked in my head. I was like, oh, man. So I just lost like $300 for what?
Yeah.
For nothing.
As if, man.
And now, man, I was so cheesed but you know, I was grateful for the fact that I was able to actually meet them. And then from there, you know, me and Dax have been, you know, going back and forth. I tried to work with him, but it's way more complicated than it is, you know what I mean? But you know, it's still love, it's all love. You know, I'm always supporting his music. He's always showing love to me too, you know, so yeah. But yeah, that was messed up, man. You always got to make sure your sources are reliable, man.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. You got to do a little bit of digging before you send that. Send
Yeah.
those funds over, I guess. Eh?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
No doubt. I seen you did a track with King Crooked
Yes,
as
sir.
well.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That's dope, man.
Yes, sir. And Corrupt.
Corrupt.
Corrupt, no
Yes,
way,
sir.
man.
No way.
I saw Corrupt in Ottawa actually. It was fuck. It was an epic show. It was Snoop Dogg,
Mm-hmm.
Ice Cube, and Belly.
Okay.
Belly said it was the first time he ever performed in Ottawa because he was like banned from performing in Ottawa.
Wow.
And he made this big speech and was like, if you or any of the people that had anything to do with that, he's like, fuck you. And he's like, everyone put your middle fingers in the air, you know? But with Belly was
Mhm.
Corrupt. With Ice Cube was Dub C. With Snoop Dogg was Cannabis, I think.
Okay.
Actually, Belly might have had Cannabis and Corrupt might have been with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop, yeah, because I was
that would
about to
make
say,
more sense,
I was about to say Snoop, but Corrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was those three, and it was like, or those six, but it was like two, or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking so sick. But yeah, I saw Corrupt at that, and I that's it, I guess. I liked it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so grateful, man. So grateful to
That's sick.
be able to work with these legends, man. And to be honest, like, and I appreciate King Crooked for actually stepping out of his way and sending me a private video, which is on my Instagram right now, and I'm pinned it because like this means the world to me, you know. He literally, you know, sent me a video, shouting me out, shouting my EP out. You know what I mean, and showing some love, man. And I mean, like, there was a lot of people, you know, they would have to pay for that. You see what I mean? They would have to actually pay for that, go ahead, and this was out of pure love. So this a good brother, man. I'm telling you, man. Yeah, much love and respect to him, man.
Fucking right. That's dope, man.
There it
That's
is.
dope.
There it
But
is.
it must be actually fucking crazy though to be like working with people like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, sir.
shit. Like even one of my buddies, I remember back in the day, he got a couple tracks with like Mad Child, and then he was like doing shit with like Moco Only as well.
Yeah.
From like the fucking
Swollen members.
Soul members. Yeah, thank you. It's funny, I look right at you. But I remember at that time, like, I mean, this is also too, like, fucking 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember at the time, like, yo, man, I'm like, that's fucking cool. He's like, yeah, well, yeah, whatever, cool. Like, you want to listen to it again? Like, yeah. I'm like, man, how are you not more, like, pumped, you know? I'm like, man, like, this is Mad Child, you know? Like, even though, like, sure, like, you, like, paid him and he did the thing, you, like, talked to him on a regular basis and, like, did a song with him. Like, that's cool, man. Like, him and fucking Mocha Only were like making beats together and shit, so they like collab on beats and stuff. Sorry, I'm not bragging for my friend. I'm just saying that at the time I was like, yo, man,
Hey, come
I'm
on,
like,
man, you gotta lift
I'm
them
like,
up.
yo, you gotta be more excited about that shit, you know?
Yes, sir.
And so I just feel like it must be like a fucking great feeling, you know? Like,
Nah, I'm not gonna withhold that. Like, for real, it is a great feeling. Like, the day that I knew that I had that locked in, I jumped out of my seat. Like, the producer actually, shout out to K Cook, producer that I've been working with since I got into Ottawa. And, you know, you see, exactly what I said. When I get opportunities, I like to make other people, you know, benefit off of that. And it makes me feel good, you know? So the moment that I knew that I locked in with Crooked, I locked in with Corrupt, I even locked in with more other artists too.
Yeah.
But it's like, the moment that I got those in, I went to him right away. I'm like, hey, man, I got this opportunity. Let's do this, pop, 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 pop.
Yeah.
And we got everything done.
Dope.
Yeah.
man. And that's a fucking wicked attitude too,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, that's what it
'Cause-
takes.
Excuse me. Not only are you like you need other people or whatever, right? You need a producer. Like, I shouldn't say you need it. If you don't produce your own beats, like fucking whatever, if you don't have the time, whatever, you need to have these other people doing this shit for you, right?
Yeah.
So why not have it be people that are close to you, or like, you know, like help the people around you and shit.
Yeah.
And like we always talk about this thing. I saw this picture, and it was like a set of stairs, and it's like Atlanta rappers, and there's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, one dude's helping the other guy up, and they're all helping
Yeah.
each other up the stairs. Like, Buddy's
Yeah.
pulling him up, and he's pulling him up, and whatever. And then the bottom one is like Florida rappers, and it's like fucking, they're like pushing each other down and like whatever, and they're like climbing over each other and shit and whatever. And like, not that I'm about to say Ottawa's like that, but earlier in this podcast, we had mentioned that a few times, how it's like, it seems like it might be going that way.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Listen, if all y'all artists that are gonna be watching this, and I approach y'all, and y'all turn me down, y'all know exactly what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like, you see, this is something I have been saying the whole time I've been here. Like, I've been in Ottawa for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay. Where'd you come from before that?
Montreal.
Okay, yeah.
Right? I left Montreal because of the competition. Because understand, I come from the era of Enima. I don't know if you heard these names from Montreal, but those people that know, they know. Enima, K Bands, what's his name again? Easy S, all these people, right? That are really like famous right now in Montreal. And at that time, it was really when everybody was trying to bring their name up. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody was trying to like, yo, I'm the one. No, I'm the one. Yo, I'm the one. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So there were a lot of competition, and I was not trying to compete. You feel me? I was really not trying to compete.
Right.
I was trying to work with everybody. I was trying to get something going for the city, right? So I felt like, you know, I was getting darkened, because it came to the point that I even started to get, you know, affiliated. You feel me? So, and at that point when I started seeing that I'm riding with people that got, you know, tylez on them, I was like, you know, nah, this is not for me. This is really not for me, because I'm a street dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I come from the street, you feel me? But I'm not somebody that's gonna ride around with a gun. I'm not somebody that's gonna go around and you know, steal your money because I feel like it.
Yeah.
You feel me? So when I started seeing that thing going around, plus, you know, all that selling, all that woo-woo that was going on, I was like, yeah, I'm not like, it's not that I'm not built for this, but that I don't want that to be my career.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up like YSL right now,
Yeah.
Thugger and Gunna, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I left. I moved out of Montreal exactly because of the dark cloud, all that was coming in. And then I got here, right? So I'm like, okay, yo, I'm gonna try to work with some artists. Let's try to do something. And I'm telling you, man, for 3 years straight, no artist give me no chances, bro. No artist, no producer, and only one artist, maybe, who actually gave me a track. You know, it was like, all right, let's work on this. We worked on that track, and then since then, like, we've been working with each other for a while now. You know what I mean? But other than maybe, like, I cannot tell you any other artist that from Ottawa that worked with me.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? All the other artists that I worked with afterwards were all from the States,
Oh, yeah.
all from Europe. You know what I mean? So it's just recently, like literally recently, and I'm talking about like months.
Yeah.
You feel me? That some artists started to approach me
Shit.
and trying to work with me and stuff, you know?
That's got to say something though, right? Like you'd think like you must be making some kind of noise or some kind of like, you must be like, if people now like or locals, I guess you're talking about, right? But I mean, it's kind of good that there's like you're working with other people, right?
Yeah.
I can't even remember who the artist is, but it's like, you know, you got to hit the road when the locals don't believe in you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And yeah, to get out
expand.
there and exactly. But now that you've done that, right? And then the locals want to start, that must mean that there's like, oh, he's doing
yeah.
stuff, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I want a piece of that.
Yeah, true. But
Yeah.
even then,
Yeah.
it's almost like a coattail thing, or I mean, like, could be as well, right?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah,
like-
yeah. Oh, you're going to do this? Like, I want to do it. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, even what you're saying there too is like, I forget how you said it, but it made me think of another thing we say on this podcast sometimes is the building thing, right? So our like lawyer he told us this thing where he's like everybody's trying to build a building.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to build their building the tallest, right?
Facts.
But like, don't break down other people's buildings trying to
Build
make
yours.
yours. Yeah,
Yep.
trying to make yours bigger and shit. Help them build theirs as well, but just make sure yours is still the fucking tallest, you know?
Yeah.
So even in that sense, like, yo, fucking work with the people, do the thing. Maybe you don't, like, I get it, you don't, maybe this artist, you don't, you guys don't make the same music. You don't fucking mesh right or whatever, right?
Yep.
I'm not saying you forcefully fucking make music with people, but at the same time, fucking maybe a bunch of people know who you are, but they don't know who the next guy is. And fucking,
And like
now
that's
you guys just traded fucking fans or whatever, right?
yeah, cause look at like I'm gonna always bring this as an example. YSL, Young Thug, when Gunna didn't have Gunna, he was funding Gunna
Yeah.
and making him go on tour, and you know, Lil Baby, same thing.
Yeah.
You feel me? So that's how they started getting their names up and all that.
Lil Baby's YSL?
No, but he
But
was
he's
rocking with
okay,
Thug,
okay,
and
yeah.
you know, so, and Thug was putting money in his pockets to get him out of the streets. You see what I'm saying? Like, and trying to get him to elevate his music and all that. So what I'm saying is, like, if we had the same mentality over here, we would have been on a whole different level. We would have been Toronto right now.
Yeah,
You see what I mean? Because I'm gonna be frank with you, bro. Like, I feel like we have more talent than Toronto.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Well, and I've always said that I feel like with all the violence in Toronto, it's like, and the thing is, it's not even just violence in Toronto. Like, it's very like evident in the hip hop scene too, right? Like, it's the next shooting is a fucking rapper
Vaughn,
that
all
shot a
these-
rapper, you know, and shit. Like, especially with in Toronto. So what I was saying like before is that I feel like if like Ottawa could like do that, right? Like, everyone help each other, right? And like, let's all like not
Not tear each
grow up
other
as
down.
one person, but grow up as all of us together.
Yeah.
And then I think that like Toronto could get missed, and they come to Ottawa, or like the attention comes to Ottawa, because we don't have, I shouldn't say we don't have, I'm sure there's violence and stuff in the rap community, but I just mean we don't have it that crazy in Toronto, because I feel like every time, I'm not saying every shooting or anything, but I feel like every time it's like a rapper got shot, there's like some dude that like is in the scene that like had something to do with it, right? So
Yeah.
I just feel like it's very fluent there, like where it's like this, it's in there, right?
And look what they're trying to do right now in Ottawa. Like, I'm seeing this and I'm hurt. I'm genuinely hurt, bro. Cause people out here, East Side, East End, West End, you know what I mean? South Keys, all that. Like, the song with me and Mavy starts the song saying, from the west side, from the east side, you know? And then, like, my first line is, late night party in the west side, got me cranked up, pulling up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to unite, you
Yeah,
know what I
exactly,
mean?
yeah.
But these guys are out here trying to mimic Toronto, trying to mimic Chicago,
Yeah.
trying to mimic ATL. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm like, why y'all doing that, bro? A lot of these youngins got a lot of talent, probably more than me.
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, why y'all hating, man? Like, why y'all put out hate?
Yeah.
And it's fueled by the listeners,
Oh yeah.
cause the listeners right now, that's what they are.
Yeah.
And one thing that Chris Brown said lately, like, I think it was on $1 million worth of game.
Yeah.
He said, okay, all these guys can go ahead and keep listening to that drill and all that other stuff, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you're going to still need the R&B.
Yeah.
You're going to still need that, you know, that soul music.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I feel like a lot of people got away from that. Cause I'm tell you this. I'm in a group right now. It's called WSA.
Okay.
Shout out WSA.
What's the
It's Writing Sessions America. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's a group led by a ex-A&R from Jive Records
Oh,
and
shit, word.
Atlantic Records.
Yeah.
His name is Kevin Shine.
Oh.
Right?
I might have heard this name before.
Okay, so he's a big name in the industry. You know what I mean? So he's my mentor at this moment.
Crazy.
Right? So, and not just my mentor, but the whole group's mentor.
Yeah.
Right? And what I'm saying is like this group made me understand the importance of actually writing good music. Not just like just writing music off your feelings and whatnot. You know what I mean? But utilizing your feelings, your personal experience, and everything that can make great music.
Yeah.
So that every track that you hop on, it's a great track. And also, a lot of people are so individual, like they're so individual workers. They don't like when somebody else is coming in and, oh, nah, you should write this. You should, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I had to learn too. I had to learn how to, because understand, when you're making music, it's your baby.
Yeah.
It's literally your baby. You feel me? And to trust somebody else with your baby, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? It's super hard. So whether you're a producer, whatever it is, you know? So if you're a creative and you create something, that's your baby. So, but you gotta know how to share, right? You gotta know how to share and how to expand. Cause only that way, like, you can actually learn and understand, you know, how great you can become. You feel me? And that's
like
what we're
that.
doing right now.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm like, man, I would like to have a writing sessions here in Canada. You feel me?
Yeah.
And we do have few members. We got like 4 or 5 members that are in Canada working with WSA. But it's like we're trying to expand it. We're trying to get everybody in this, you know?
Right.
So if we can, we do it. But too much animosity and hate, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest. Like, that's what...
Sure.
I might be wrong, but that's my lens. That's what I'm seeing. Every time I hop on Instagram, every time shot of a TV, all that. Bro, that's all I see.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? That's all they're bragging about. That's all they're talking about. All the new music that I hear from Ottawa artists, like, not all Ottawa artists, but I'm talking about like the rappers more so. Like the rappers, they're all talking about violence and all that. You know? I want to hear someone rapping about weed, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Why can't we get another Wiz Khalifa?
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like drama and like negativity though like gets attention faster than anything else, right? It's like watching a fucking like
They try to
car
go viral.
wreck or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like we're drawn towards like that kind of like
Drama and negativity.
yeah. Like it's easier to like pull from that than it is to. I mean, for a lot of artists anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, maybe not, but like
No, it's true.
No,
It's true.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
tougher
It
to
is
go
true.
on that positive route than it is to
Yeah.
just like dig into the negative stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
true. People want to see it. They feed off of it. What's next or whatever, too.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like the story. Oh, who did this? What did that? All the gossiping and everything,
Yeah.
right?
You just find out all the new shit or like whatever. But it's cool to hear that. I don't mean it's cool. It's not a good thing to hear that, I guess. But it's I like to hear an opinion like that from somebody that's not from, like, I mean, you're from here now, right? But like someone that came from somewhere else, you can actually like feel it, right? Like
Yeah.
like when you're like in it, you might not really like acknowledge it, right?
Yeah,
So,
because I
like,
was trying to get out of it.
yeah.
You know? I was trying to
Yeah.
get out of it from Montreal. I get here and I see it's the same thing. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I guess too. If you're leaving it too, you're already conscious of that, so you like see it, right? But and like so like I said, yeah, it's almost like more would you say valid or like valuable maybe or
Yeah.
like I don't know. But either way, just coming from you, right? From
Yeah.
from a different
Yeah.
perspective, it's right. Like it's from
Yeah.
the outside looking in, sort of. So I like that.
Thank you, man.
I do want to ask you too, though, about the dancers and shit, right?
Yes, sir.
So I have one quick question, and then I would like to know about the dancers. But are any of you guys from the 613 Hitters or whatever they were? Is that what they were called? Remember the guys? There was like 3 dudes. I'm pretty sure they would like, I think wear like push icy things or something like that. Like I don't think you ever saw their faces, but it was like these 3 dudes dancing, and they were making videos all the time. This is, I hadn't seen them for a while. I
Shit,
think I
yeah,
like
no.
lost their Instagram or something. But it's like, yeah, it's
From
613
Ottawa.
Shatas maybe or something. But they were like a dance crew.
I think 613 shot us.
Yeah, okay.
But nah,
No, okay.
nah, cause like the people I'm working with right now, they're more people that, cause I like to go underground.
Yeah.
I like to find people that are doing it really to do it for the craft.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
It's more valuable for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to build the actual team. I'm trying to create a wave type thing.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So if I can find people that are really serious about it, because this is my thing, right? I worry about content first and the money later.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd rather we be in the studio for a whole month, recording, getting stuff out, pow, pow, pow. You know what I mean? And then later on, we talk about points. You know, talk about royalties, all that. If you have, like, I even roll like that right now with my people. Like, some of my peoples, when they have a situation where they need some money and all that, we all collectively come together and we help that person.
Yeah.
You know, and then like doing so, you know, that's more valuable than just, you know, working off for the money and then next thing you know, oh no, I'm not gonna do the show because you didn't pay me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or something like that. So like that's what I like about the guys that I'm working with right now, because they don't put everything about the money. I know how important it is. That's why I'm trying to actually hire them. You know what I mean? I'm trying to actually hire them so I can start getting government grants, start to get money from the government to put money in their pockets.
Yeah, right.
You see what I mean? Because I feel like I have that duty. Like
That's the right way to go, too.
Yeah.
Sure.
I feel like there's more to this. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, for you, there's more to this. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about making the music and doing the thing. Like I said, you said, you're talking about fucking finding ways to get grants to get these people money and like do this shit, right? Like, so you can tell you're very serious and passionate, and you can tell you're also very smart in this, in the way that you speak. Because like, yeah, you're very, and like I said earlier, man, we were talking outside and I was like, yo, man, I feel like you have not only have the momentum, but you have like the fucking drive to get to that place. And yeah, it's sick.
I just need y'all to unlock the doors, man.
Right.
Unlock the doors for me, man.
Yeah, do that, man.
So, like, how long have you been dancing for? Like, were you in lessons as a kid and stuff like that?
Hey, man, since I came out of the womb, man.
Yeah.
To be honest, I've been a dancer my whole life.
Yeah, sick.
My whole life.
Did you learn it from, like, well, you know, your parents and stuff?
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
I only had one dance class in my whole life.
Oh, yeah? So Kalix Breezy taught
Hey,
you.
Okay, I'm not brag. Anybody who actually knows me, they know that it's a fact.
Yeah.
I only had one dance class in my whole life, and it was a break dance class.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was better than the teacher.
Yeah.
Like, I came in there, my mom paid the class $60 for the month. Okay?
Yeah.
And that was in Moncton, New Brunswick.
Oh shit.
Right? I came here I was 10.
Yo, you stayed
I was
out,
10-ish.
you stayed out in Moncton too?
Yeah. I
Where's
stayed
this?
there for 2 years.
In between Montreal or what?
No. That was my first touchdown in Canada, in New Brunswick.
Okay.
And then we came to Ottawa for like a year and a half. Then we went to Montreal for like 7-8 years. And then I moved back here.
Okay, just real quick before you continue on, what age did you move from Senegal?
10.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So I came here, I was 10.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
And
so-
then, so you did this breakdancing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom paid the class $60 for the month.
Yeah.
I always remember this my whole life. I walk into the classroom, and then this guy, you know, doing his thing, all that. And then at the I let him teach us, right, till the end of the class. And then it was a freestyle thing. Everybody comes in a circle, we doing it. I came in, I break this. Hey man, I spin on my head. Hey, I came out the class. My mom came to get me. I said, "Mom, I'm never going back." She said, "Wow, I'm better than the teacher. What am I doing over here?" Hey, no offense. I don't know if you still remember me, but and I don't know if you're gonna see this, but if you do see this, no offense. No, hey, no hate. You know what I mean?
You
It's
should
just
charge him $60 for the month.
right.
Yeah, I want $10 from every kid
Oh,
for the month.
But yeah, no, but what actually honing my skills was the fact that I was always consistently dancing. At school, I was known to being a dancer kid.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like,
Fucking right. You seem like you got a lot of energy too. Like, yeah.
yeah, like I don't need to be drunk to go crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm that type of guy in the club. Like you gonna see me all up in the table, go crazy, you know, but not even a drop of alcohol in my system, you know. So yeah, but yeah, no, competitions, dance competitions. Matter of fact, I stopped dance competitions early, still, but I only lost one.
Was it solo shit?
Huh?
Was it a solo?
Yeah, mostly solo. Mostly,
Yeah.
I did only 2 dance competitions where it was a group thing. One, it was like a contemporary hip hop.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a little weird because I had to, I had to kind of like shift from dancing like hip hop, all that to I'm seeing guys dancing like ballet type. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, whoa, okay, that's something new. But yeah, so far I only lost 1 competition, and other than that, all the other competitions I won them, and I'm proud of it, you know. But it's like I don't say I'm the best in the world, you know. I'm just a dancer, to be honest. There is people that are way better than me, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know that. You know what I mean? And it's a fact. And I don't brag about that, but it's just like, you know, it's good to know. Yeah, I know how to dance.
You only get better. You only get better.
So yeah, I won't deny that, man. Yeah, both things you said.
Right.
But yeah, totally though, man. And even too though, like, but I would say that like you and like, well, I think you only had the one dance the one time I saw you, but then I saw some videos from the Montreal one, and there was a couple dancers there.
Mm-hmm.
But I just all I'm getting at is just that you definitely dance very well.
Thank you.
You know, better than the average person who says like, oh, I can dance. You know, like you know, like, and I like that vibe on the stage too, because it's entertainment, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's not just your music's good too, right?
Yeah.
So you're not just a guy who can dance and has some fucking shitty beats or something. Like you have that whole thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that you're building the team too, it's like that's like the physical representation of like your whole thing, you know. Like you like I got all this shit, right? But yeah, I really respect your grind.
Thank you,
I
man.
think you go
Appreciate
real
that
hard,
a lot,
man.
bro.
For sure.
Fuck yeah. But you were telling us earlier you were showing us pictures of your baby and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to talk about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But
for
how
sure.
old is she?
She's 1 year and 6 months.
Oh shit, man.
About to. Oh no, 7 months.
Oh yeah.
2 days ago.
Oh shit, right to the day, man.
Yep.
It's just a couple months older than mine.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I got a 14-month.
Okay. Hey, congratulations, man.
Yeah, man. But yeah, how does it feel to be a dad? I guess it's a year and a half later now, but I mean, you got a lot of
man.
experience now.
I was not ready.
No,
man.
I was not ready. If you think you're ready, you're not ready till you actually. I'm telling you. Hey, listen, man. So, I got the news. She's pregnant. I was excited. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna be the best dad in the world. Let's go. Let's do this, right? Hey, man. Worry started coming in. Money, all that. When she's gonna go to school. Ooh. Then, like, a little bit of depression came in, right? Because I was like, I didn't know if I had enough in me to get that going.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So I was like, to the certain point, I actually did the unthinkable, was like, kind of going to her and be like, you think you're keeping a kid?
Yeah.
Right? But, you know, I'm a religious person.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I came back to my senses. I was like, you know what? God is good. I'm going to do what I got to do, and I'm going to step up. You feel me? So I stepped up. And then, remember I told you, like, when I got my kid, you know, I had a nice job, paying me well, but then again, I just had that job, right?
Yeah.
So I couldn't leave like on a paid leave or anything. And then next thing you know, I lost the job because I had to resignate. And then they did me dirty too, because I was supposed to come back like a month later, but they didn't let me come back. So it is what it is. But you know, afterwards I was struggling. I was really struggling, trying to keep up with some money, all that. I had 3 months to feed my daughter and my girl, and then next thing you know, I had like a car. I got
Disappeared?
my I got my.
Just-
You know, I
Yeah.
had to hustle a little bit, but I got me a car, a decent little car, Honda Accord,
Nice.
right? Still have the car, but you know it's not functioning. But yeah, I had my Honda Accord, my first car ever, and boom, I went crazy. Uber Eats, going crazy, woo woo woo, racking up money, and then you know, from there, like I had a car crash. You know, so then again, like it went downhill, started going back up, and then went downhill again.
Yeah.
And then my girl got promoted manager, right, to a restaurant. And then I felt a little bit good about that. And then I was like, all right, man, I gotta find me and I was trying to find me a job, bro.
Yeah.
6 months, bro. Going, applying, Indeed, all of that, bro. Like, nobody. I do interviews, nobody calling me back.
Crazy.
So imagine my head where it was.
Yeah.
Plus I had the music.
When you seem like a very charismatic dude too, so like to be able to, you know, step into an interview and like, you know, like
Right, so I was
I
like,
feel like it should be
what
like,
did
you
I
know, a
do
shoe
wrong?
and they're like, yeah, like,
Shit.
So like, you know, at a certain point, to be honest, I almost let go. Like, to be honest, I was really, I would say I was having my mental breakdown. You know what I mean? For real. I was really having a mental breakdown. But, you know, God made me strong enough to actually get out of it. And then I slapped myself in the face. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is literally me in front of the mirror, man. I put some water in my face. Pop, 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 pop. Like, yo, wake up. You know what I mean? Come on, man. You gotta do something. A month later, boom, I got a little small job. It was like an H2O thing where I had to go clean up buildings and stuff. I didn't really like the job, but you know, money's money.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and I did that, whoop, 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 whoop. And at that time was the time that I opened up for Dax, right? And I remember going through Dax's page, and I saw him being the janitor out of school, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
So like mopping and like just going crazy, talking about motivation, woo woo. That really got to me. So when I met him, I was like, yo, you don't understand, bro. Like, you don't understand, bro. Like, right now I'm going through so much stuff, and I saw your videos, and I was like, man, I cannot let go. Plus, I have a daughter.
yeah, man.
I don't want my daughter to grow up and ain't got nice things to wear. You feel me? Like, I understand, you know, it happens in life, you know, that people end up in those type of situations. But it's like, me, myself, I didn't want that for my daughter because I came from, you know, the dirt, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I moved out to Canada because I was a refugee of a war.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, my mom was like she came here with 3 kids. You know, my dad was not with us, and it's like I saw the struggle, bro. I've been through the struggle. I've been through days eating crackers, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, man, when they tell you, man, like, when they tell you eating like bread for dinner, bro, like that's what it was.
Yeah.
Feel me? So I was like, I can't let my daughter be in the same situation that I was.
Yeah, well, and
Feel me?
especially if it's like if you know that you have control in the outcome of that, then like, why not?
Right?
You know,
Yeah.
like why would you not, right? So like, I guess what I'm saying is it's almost like you realize you're like, yo, I have the control in this fucking situation, you know?
Yeah.
I actually just real quick, I heard a line earlier from a Kanye song. It wasn't even like it was a song, but it wasn't even like a lyric. It was like he was like giving a speech or some shit, a part of the song, and he said, he's like, yo, he's like, you can do like whatever you can think of, like whatever you can imagine, like you can do it. And he's like, look at me, like he's like, I've done that. Or whatever, you know. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but basically along those lines. He's like, look at me, like, yeah, he's like, this whatever. He's like, but yo, he's like, this is my life. He's like, you have the ability to go do the same thing yourself, basically, you know. And like I was like, yo, like, you know, you always hear those cliche like, oh, you can be whatever you want to be, or like, you know, you can do whatever you want. But like just the way he worded it and shit, and the way it came across, I was like, yo, you know what, like, I feel like I believe it more now or something, you know, like it's like,
and,
yeah,
and
shit,
I
I
back
can.
that up.
Yeah.
I would back that up. You know why? Because I believe that anything you put your mind to, because listen, man, this is what it is. At the end of the day, it comes down to this. Your motive, like why you're doing this, you feel me? Your resources and your drive. Like, I mean, like your drive, like that could be, you know, anything that's driving you, whether you like it, whether you love what you're doing, or like you need what you do, you know what I mean? But the motive, what is your motive? Your why. Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the real why. Not because just you like it, but like the real why. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because you don't want to be in this situation. Because you want to I want to be where I hate seeing homeless people on the street, bro.
Yeah.
I have bigger plans in my life, bro, that is just bigger than the music as itself. You feel me? I want to build up restaurants, bro. I want to build up a lot of different venues and avenues for people that have less than me to be able to come and benefit from that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So I can employ them. I can employ them and get them to work and have somewhere to stay or you know what I mean? Because every time I'm on the street and I see somebody homeless, I'm not saying that, you know, everybody is on the street because of their fault. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I know some real people that are on the street.
Yeah.
You feel me? And it hurts me. It hurts me that I can't do nothing about it. You feel me? But then I dedicated myself. I told myself, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pursue this music thing. You know, I'm going to go ahead and still open up my small businesses and stuff like that. And I'm not going to hire, you know, somebody that's already making good money in their life to you know what I mean, come work with me. I'm going to go seek somebody that really needs that job.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And then I'm going to make them profit off of that. If I become rich enough to be like Akon and open up my own city,
Yeah.
man, listen, nobody going to pay rent like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Rent is going to be cheapest, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Because I don't care about the money.
Yeah.
It's really like I'd rather see you smile and feel good and be good, and knowing that you're good it's worth 10 million times than a bag full of $1 million.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like low key, I'm not coming for y'all. I'm not doing no shots to no big celebrity, but you know, Rihanna, multi-millionaire, right? She has her fun for her her little charities and stuff like that. But I mean, like, man, you could do way more than that.
Yeah.
You know, Bill Gates, you could do way more than that.
Well, even too,
you know,
get,
Mark,
like,
Mark Zuckerberg, you could do way more than that.
We get 30 millionaires in
You
a
know?
room and fucking, you know, take $2 million from each one. That's $60 million. Like, it's not gonna solve the fucking problem completely, but I mean, it would.
It would help.
Something,
Like,
yeah.
yeah,
Right?
it would be a huge help. It wouldn't
Right?
just be a fucking little bump. Like, it would be a huge help.
You know, I understand. It's not everybody that want to help themselves, right?
Yeah.
It's not everybody that wants to help themselves.
Yeah,
you know what I
true,
mean?
true.
And I understand that. But what I mean is, like, there is people, like, there is real people in this world that are really trying to make it, you know? And not even, like, make it, like, trying to be a millionaire, but just trying to be stable,
Live
trying to have a
comfortably.
nice life.
Yeah.
Not even a nice life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I'm part of these people.
Yeah.
You feel me? So if I'm able to help these people, I'll do it, man. And that's what I put my mind to. So every time I go in the studio, I record a track, I put out music, I go and I do these shows, and I'm trying to get up there and make that money. It's not for me to be flaunting my jewelry,
Yeah.
you know? To be honest, people that know me, I got the same jewelry that I had 10 years ago. Real shit. I have the same watch
Yeah.
that I had. I never changed. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm not a materialistic person, right? So because of that, I think that's a gift from God for me. Like, to be able to actually be like that and not be starstruck by the money and everything else. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, man. And like Kanye said, man, anything you got in your mind, like, for example, I told myself I'm gonna become a artist like Breezy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get on shows. And I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna leave a mark to people. You know what I mean? I told myself 2020 in 2020 when I did the track with Corrupt and Crooked, that year I said this year I'm having a feature with a big artist.
Yeah.
I got 2 of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And not even 2, I got 3. Cause the third one, Bombshell. I mean, people already know that. If you've been following me, you know OT Genesis.
Yeah.
It's on one of my tracks.
Yeah, man.
You see what I mean?
Fucking crazy, man.
OT Genesis is on one of my tracks. There is this lady, great lady called Lydia Caesar. You know? She been signed to Sony recently.
Okay.
She's out here doing shows. She's actually getting bigger and bigger now. And I got a couple tracks with her. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I told myself, every year I'm telling myself, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to get that done. And I put my mind to it. I exploit all of my resources that I can have or that I got, and I just go at it, never let go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you see, I told you about next year,
Yeah.
2023, right? 2023 for me is the big performances year. So I'm talking about Metro, Rolling Loud, all that.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know? But that's where I'm at right now.
You ever seen the movie The Secret?
The Secret?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, there's like a book and shit. It's like I don't even know if you'd call it a movie. Like
It's like a
it's
documentary.
like a documentary,
I
yeah.
guess.
But it's about the law of attraction.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like what you think about, you bring about. So like they talk about every fucking aspect of like trying to like put messages out into the world. Like so like when you think a thought, you put like an energy into the universe, or like you send a message to the world type thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like especially when you speak it out loud, it resonates through the fucking universe or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know, you know. But anyways,
Energy.
but
Yeah.
then it can happen, right? So even like you're saying, like you're like, yo, I'm gonna do a song with a big artist this year, and you did with a couple or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And like fucking big artists, right? But like, so this one dude, he had in this movie, he had like a vision board in his office, and he would pin stuff up that he wanted, you know, like the Ferrari and the fucking this and that, the cottage and shit, right? But he found this house in a magazine, and it was like a helicopter view of this house. So he cut it out, and he pinned it to the board, and he's like, yo, like, I want to own that house, you know?
You know who else do that? Dax.
Yeah. So he moved, so he had to take everything out of his office, right? So he fucking stored all this shit away or whatever, and then moved into his new house, and like he was like, oh, I'm gonna unpack and set up my office, and he started setting up all the shit, whatever, and he pulled the vision board out of one of these boxes, and he looked at it and was like, oh yeah, like there's the Ferrari and the cottage and whatever, and then he looks and he's like, wait a second. And he looks at the picture of the house, and he's like, that's the house that I just moved into. But he didn't fucking know, because the picture was like a down view of it, right?
Yeah.
But he just pulled up in the driveway and went to the house, right?
Mhm.
He didn't know all this shit, and then he fucking looks at it, and he's like, man, he's like, I bought this house like inadvertently, like I didn't know
Not
that
knowing.
it was that same fucking house, right? So even too, like, you just, man, I had a thing. I always say this, man. I had there's a bike shop in my town, and like they started selling GT bicycles whenever I was a kid.
Mhm.
So I went and got the fucking catalog so I could look through it, and I went and I circled this one bike, and I would go and look at it, and I would circle it more, and I would go and look at it, and I'd circle it again, and like, so every day after school I'd look at it and circle it, and fucking my brother picked one out too, and he circled that one. Fucking not long later, it just, everything like stars aligned, man. They ordered 2 fucking BMX bikes into the store to like have in the store.
Mhm.
Fucking, they were the 2 that we ordered, and fucking our parents are like, oh, we just like fucking whatever, some extra money or whatever, we're gonna buy you new bikes or whatever. So we went to the store, and the 2 bikes they have are the ones that we
That
fucking,
were there.
yeah, we fucking circled, and it was like, man, what the fuck? But the thing is like, I never really thought anything of it until I actually saw the movie The Secret like many years later, And I was like, yo, I fucking did that. I'm like, yo, I fucking got a bike like that, you know? But it's like, you don't know. So they say to try it with little things. Be like, yo, I really want a coffee. And like, the thing is in the end, like, say by midnight tonight, I have a fucking coffee. But yes, I went to the store and got the fucking coffee and drank it. I fueled that fucking thing. Like, I made it happen. But at the same time, like, you're putting it out there, right? So even like you're saying like, oh, I want to do a song with a big artist. Yes, you made the moves and did everything you had to do to get that to happen. So if I say like, oh, I want to go outside, like, so at some point tonight, like, well, yeah, I'm going out fucking side, right? But, or I can make that happen, right? But the thing is that's just it, right? There's another dude in that movie where he's got a book and he's just trying to sell this book, or he's writing the book, and he was like, man, he's like, I'm gonna sell this fucking book or get a, like, whatever you call it, deal, whatever, for $100,000 or whatever it was, or maybe it was $1 million, but I think it was $100,000. He's like, yeah. After a year, he had the deal for $100,000, and he made a whole bunch more money as well on top of it. But he got the $100,000, right? And he's like, yo, I did that thing. And like, so some people would argue and be like, well, yeah, because you just went out and did it. You know, but at the same time,
the thing though, right? It's not like it's.
And no, and that's what I'm getting at, is that it's not always as fucking magical as circling a bicycle and getting it, everything falling into place. You actually have to make those things happen. Steps. Like, yeah, you know, it could be something you're already doing. It's like, oh, I want to finish building this table, and you're like already halfway through. You're like, yeah, like it's gonna happen anyways. But at the same time, like,
but you wouldn't do it if you weren't thinking about it, though, right? Like that's the point. Is like the fact that you're thinking about it and putting it into the universe. Yeah, like that's always step one. Even because if you weren't thinking about it, you wouldn't even attempt to try it, right? So you actually have to believe that it's true before you'll even attempt to try it. Yeah, and then you, like you said, you set realistic goals with yourself, like, oh, if you actually think it's well within your possibility to be like, by 2025 I want to be a millionaire, you know what I mean? If you believe that in your heart of hearts that it's true, you're gonna go out there and you'll try your best to make it happen, right? Whether or not it'll actually what's that?
You want me to tell you something?
Yeah.
I told myself I'll be in a podcast. That was 2 years ago. Told myself I wanted to be in a podcast. This is my first podcast ever.
Since then?
But sorry, I didn't want to cut you, man. You can keep going.
No, it's good. I'm just saying, though, like, that's the point,
look,
though, right?
Exactly
like,
what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. You still have to, like, and
you have to make it happen.
That's why I was saying,
you can't just like sit on your couch all day and be like, I want to be the next best fucking entertainer of the world and never do anything.
Because it's like, you can't just circle bike and get it. Or like, even like with the coffee thing, they even use that as an example in the movie. Like, if you want a coffee, or do this as like a little trial thing, and just think about how much you want a coffee, blah blah blah, this and that, and like you will get that coffee, right? So like they're insinuating that like at some point like a coffee's just gonna show up or whatever, right? But I just mean that it's not always like that. It can happen that way, but things like that where you're like, oh yeah, I want to make $1 million, like it's not just gonna like come over to you or whatever, so a lot of it is stuff. Or even when you said that too, like I would make lists and shit. Okay, we got to do these things, or like goals. I want to do these things, and like usually they were just little things like fucking whatever. But I made one where I wrote it all out, like literally on a piece of paper, and I guess I never looked at it again. So one day I was looking at my car and I found it wedged between the seat, and I pulled it out as this book and I opened it up and I was like, holy fuck! I'm like, here's these like 4 goals, and I was like, done. But it wasn't like I was like looking at it, thinking about it all the time. I just wrote them down. I was like, yeah, I'll get those things done someday. And then it was like, oh yeah, I just happened to be in the right place and that got done. And like, oh, this and this and this. And I was like, holy shit, crazy, But it's just that speaking it into fruition, I still was like doing it or working towards it. Yeah. But it was just the fact that I actually like wrote it down. I was now thinking about it. Like, right. Yeah, in some way, right?
Putting it in action.
But yeah, like you see, if it wasn't for the fact that I went to this to that show, right? If it wasn't for me going to that show, me telling myself that I wanted to do shows like back to back on that year, I could have said no, right? I could have said, oh no, I don't want to do the show because I'm not getting paid, or oh no, I don't want to do the show because it's a small venue, or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could have said no, but like I said, 2 years ago, I had that mindset. I was like, I would love to be in the podcast, for real. Like I literally just told myself I would love to be in the podcast. You know, I did have radio interviews here and there, but I never like a real podcast, right? So me just keep grinding on my goal and just keep doing what I need. That's why I said your why, your resources, right, and your drive. And my resources, you know, I exploited my resources was my contacts, the people that I'm working with, all these opportunities that were coming my way, right? And because of that opportunity, look, I'm sitting here now with you. You see what I mean? So like, that's how I see things also, you know? Like, I'm like, man, it doesn't just happen like that, you know? You still gotta do some things, but eventually it's gonna happen. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
If you keep doing your thing.
Yeah.
You're right?
Okay.
So,
Definitely though, and I forget how we got on this. Just something you said though made me think of The Secret, and that's totally what you're doing. Is you fucking set this thing or you say this thing, but like yes, you still work towards it and get it. But that's exactly The Secret. Is like put that fucking thing out there, and like even if no one hears you say it, man, you stand in the fucking mirror and say it. You were saying something like that earlier, like you say shit to yourself. I don't know if it's Mr. Beast or Ross Creations, but anyways, a YouTuber. He said on a video one day, he said, man, he's like, I literally like used to sit in the mirror every day when I woke up and when I went to bed. He's like, I would look in the mirror and I would tell myself that I'm gonna be the greatest YouTuber ever. I think it was Mr. Beast because he has that attitude, but like. He's saying this on a fucking platform that has like 100,000 or 100 million or whatever the fuck it is subscribers, right? And then he has multiple other fucking YouTube channels that have like 50, 60 million. He's got Spanish, fucking Chinese, Japanese, fucking all these different things, right? But so he's saying this, he's saying, I used to tell myself I was going to be the greatest YouTuber ever, and I'm not about to say that he is or that I think he is, but he's sitting there looking pretty or fairly pretty, I guess I'd say. So it's just like literally he's just like the same thing. He's like, I'm realizing like, or well, I'm realizing when he says it, like, yo, you just fucking tell yourself shit, man. Like, but it's
because he believed it was like a real achievable goal, right? Like if you actually believe it's an achievable goal, you'll fucking do what it takes to make it.
And my dad even used to say too, like if you so even like just jokingly and shit, right? Like, oh, like, oh, you're stupid or whatever, you know? Or like as kids just like trying to insult each other or whatever. But he would say like, when you say that shit, like even though it's a joke or like whatever, it can still have an effect on that person. And like, not that they literally right at that moment go, oh fuck, I am stupid, but eventually you hear it enough times and then you just fucking subconsciously believe that now or whatever, right? So now just make that the other way and you're like, oh shit, like, you know,
Exactly.
I can't make $1 million in the next week, you know, like fucking it's a valuable thing, or like, you know, I can do like what I'm doing right now can get me to that point. This is what I want. Boom, like, you know. Yeah. Anyways, we're just repeating the same point, but but I fucking love it.
No,
I'm just noticing too we're a little bit we're running, but I was gonna ask you so do you like freestyle at all?
If I freestyle?
Yeah. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Alright, we're gonna do something. So would you want to freestyle for us?
Yeah, for sure.
We got like beats and shit, I believe, and then you can just let her howl, man.
All right.
All right, let me see what I got for beats. I think we've been through this like multiple times. Like, so I have just like this folder with like a ridiculous list.
Oh.
10:45.
45. There we go.
All right, so I'm just.
What time we?
Right
We
after.
done?
Yeah, right
We
after
can do it
this.
right
Oh,
after.
okay,
Yeah, we can leave it after freestyle, yeah.
Because I got the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to a show tonight, too. And, like, yeah, anyways. I thought of that whenever he pulled up, too. I was like, shit, well, like, fucking he asked you and shit. I'm like, well, The fuck time is the show at? Like, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no.
because I know I'm supposed to get on like around 11:30 ish.
Okay.
You know, so like
Right.
yeah, so we
We'll
can hit
hit
that
this
little
quick,
rap
and
and
then
then
we'll do
you
the
know.
Yeah, okay, okay.
We'll make it
yeah,
fast.
yeah, it's-
All right, I'm just gonna
Get it.
throw
We'll
any
do-
beat on. I don't know what.
We'll do the lightning round on the next one.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
It can get long, so we won't.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who that is? She got it, she got it. All these niggas tryna hit yourself.
You're not feeling it. Say next.
Oh my God, who that is? She got it, she got it.
Can I stand up?
All these niggas tryna hit you.
Pull the mic out. Pull the mic out.
So you're not feeling that one?
Maybe.
Another one?
What's that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll give you any.
Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
Kalix Breezy in the building.
It's your boy. Yeah. Look. I'm out here and I'm doing my thing. I be spitting bars, yeah, you know how we going crazy on that. Hey, I got my homies round table. They smoking that loud. I've been sober for 2 weeks, but I'm still loud like, damn. I be out here going crazy. Fuck niggas be mad cause they know I'm gon' pray to get my money up, and you know I go crazy. Every time I step on the stage, we go crazy. Yeah, you know I'm the realest one. When it comes to this thing, yeah, I'ma do it cause I want everything that I get my mind to. And nobody can stop me cause you know that I grind to. Oh yeah, you know I'm fly as fuck and I got my jewelry on. I'm about to go and get it crazy when I'm on the stage. I'm about to go and drop it crazy with Brownie. And all my homies, they be riding with my, hey, look, I got all this thing gone crazy. In the studio, I be vibing every day. You gon' catch me on the beat, I be spitting cray. Yeah, you know me, I'm the best at what I do, man. Hold on, yeah, hey, switch it up, I want something fast, man. Something fast, alright. You got some old school boom bap?
We about beats.
I don't know.
No, just run it up. Yeah. Look, I got things in my mind that I need to get out. I got things in my mind that I need to get out. Yeah, you see me on my grind, yeah, I'm out here on top. I be out here, I be ballin' cause you know I'm on top. But they gang, yeah, I'm about to get I'm about to get lame, yeah. I'm about to get laid, yeah. I'm about to go and just drop it really crazy, yeah. When I pull up in the bay like Jay, yeah. Hey. I'm not feeling it.
Alright, let me try.
We about beats. We about beats. We about beats.
Do you think I give a fuck what you think about me? I'm a real nigga from the west side of Africa. I come from a city where ain't nobody hit on me. I'm a boss, yeah, you ain't nothing but a fucking bitch. Yeah, stacks on stacks, yeah, that money keep coming. Yeah, niggas are jealous cause you know I be making hundreds. I got my J's on, my shades on, and I know you gon' see me ballin' like I'm on. Hey, for this moolah, I'ma roll one up. You can start that party, boy, you won't fuck my fun up. I've been playing with them toys, yeah, you getting done up. Pretty little face, but you gon' get fucked by my brother. I'm high, hey, I used to get high, but I'm not no more, cause I'm too fly. Wait, I had to go and get it straight, cause you know me, I be ballin' every day. I be out here eating crate, got my niggas on the pay. Yeah, you know me, I ain't playing, I'm a real ass, hey. Hold up, we going crazy when I feel this. And you know me, yeah, I'm a bitch, hey, you know me, yeah, I'm a beast when I feel it. I come through, drop it crazy when I hey, I jump through, drop it crazy when I'm on that feeling. And I'm about to go drop it crazy on that stage. And you know me, I'm about to get it crazy. When I pull up with Nathan, go crazy. We gotta go and shut that shit down. And you know, running with me, we about to get down like. I had to warm up a little bit, you know? Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's dope, man. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
I feel like with the situation, you gotta go get on stage and everything, and on that fucking note,
Yeah.
shit, man, leave on a high note. That was sick, man.
Good warm up.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have you through again. We'll have to do the lightning round, and we'll
Yeah, for sure.
dive a little deeper and discuss some more things. But
100%.
good luck with your show tonight,
Yeah, kill that
and
shit.
good luck with everything in the
Thank
near
you.
future,
Yeah,
man.
man. All the
Thank
best,
you, man. Thank you
Yeah.
guys for having me, man. It's
Our
a great
pleasure.
pleasure. Like I said, this is my first podcast, my first time doing this, so I'm actually happy for you guys. Like not happy for you guys, not happy for me being here with you guys, exchanging energies, vibing, actually getting to meet y'all for the first time. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
I missed it last time.
yeah. No, it's good, man. It's good.
But you know, like
here
it's
now.
all love, and you know, if y'all welcome me back, I'm always, you know, down to come
Always
through.
welcome, man.
And
for sure.
and yeah, definitely, you know, and anytime you guys want to come out one of my shows, you know, come through. I'm gonna get y'all, you know, some VIP passes. You know what I mean?
Fucking right, man. Yeah, man.
You know?
Fucking
So
right.
yeah,
We'll be
man.
there.
Really appreciate y'all having me here, man.
Yeah, man, we appreciate you. We definitely appreciate you making the time, especially
Yeah,
since
yeah,
you
man.
have to take off and go perform tonight, too. That's
Yeah.
cool, man.
Yeah.
So thank you for that, man.
It's all
And
good, man.
we'll see you on the next one for sure.
You already know.
All right,
Amen.
peace, man. Gang, everybody. You already know what it is. So that was fire. Check him out. Check out all his shows coming up. I think there's only a couple, but seriously, you want to see this guy perform live.
Yes,
Any
sir.
motherfucking way. I'm Styles the Prophet,
I'm B Show.
And I'm Jonesy.
together with the Basement Weirdos, and this is 4G Audio Podcast, episode 190, and it's over. We out of here, baby.
Hey.
Peace out. Have a good weekend.
Much love.